Hi guys, welcome back. Today I am playing with this little palette here. This is the Pastels palette from Beauty Bay, $10. So I thought, why not? Threw it in my cart when I picked up the Sample Beauty palette, and we're just going to play with this. There are only 9 shades in this little palette. I think I'm going to try to put all of them on my eyes. So if that sounds interesting, stick around. We're going to get started in 1 second. If you're new here, hi, my name is Annie. I am a 40-something lover of color who believes that you can have fun with color at any age. If that sounds fun, if you're interested in that kind of content, I'd love it if you would stick around and subscribe down below. So let's go ahead and open up this little baby here. So it's very small. The box is quite large, and I was like, wow, that's a very large box. But it's large because they packaged it really well. It comes packaged in this little bubble wrap envelope, and then it's just a tiny little palette. You have 9 shades of pastel wonderment here, and we are going to just play with them all today, put them all on my eyeballs. There are no shimmers in this palette at all. This is an all matte palette, and I do like to have a little bit of shimmer. So while this is kind of like a first impression of this, I do want to play with my Willy Wonka exploders as well from Divina. So I'm going to be using those along with this look. Of course, you could just leave it all pastel if you wanted to. So anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to zoom you in a bit so you can see what I'm doing. I have already added a bit of matte paint pot to my eyeballs. I always use the MAC paint pot. I never skip it. And now I am looking for my NYX Milk pencil in, yes, what is this called? The NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. That's what it is. And I'm going to apply a bit of that. I always like to try pastel shadows for the first time with a light base. So we're just going to put a little bit of that down. And this is also pretty tacky, which is nice. It gives the shadow something to kind of grip onto. Okay, so now that I have that down, we are just going to go ahead and go into these shadows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of a two-toned look. I am going to do the pinks, the purples, and the orange on one eye, and then the greens and the blue and the yellow on the other eye. So we'll just see how that goes. I do have my little color switcher handy because I kind of want to use the same brush on both eyes. I need to buy some new brushes. So let's see. Let me take this little thing off the mirror. Alrighty then. We are going to get started, I guess, with the orange shade to begin with. I think. Yes. We're going to start with this orange shade first, and I am just going to pick that up on this Lavish Tapered Blending Brush, and I'm going to place it here in the inner portion of my eye. And I'm going to bring it down onto my lid as well. This is going to be kind of one of those where I put the kind of like a wash of color everywhere. So this is not badly pigmented. It's showing up okay. I'm going to try it with a different brush because this one is fairly fluffy. So I am going to pick up a little bit more of something that's a little bit more dense, and I can kind of pack things on a little bit more. This is the Luxie 207 medium angled shading brush. So I'm going to use that. It's a little denser. Yeah, I feel like that's laying the shadow down a bit better. Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and wipe that brush off, and I'm going to use, let's see, what shade do I want to start with? I think I'm going to start with the yellow over here. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. That's a pretty nice yellow.
What can I do? What can I say? Please make it undone. What you did to me, I was so caught up.
So these shadows, I'm getting a tiny bit of kick up, but nothing worth noting, nothing bad at all. That's very nice. Pretty yellow. Okay, I think I'm just going to continue using this brush. This is working really well. Just kind of wiping it off in between. Now I'm going to go back to this eye, and I'm going to go into the shade Lovesick, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to place that, obviously, next to that yellow. Not yellow, orange. I know my colors.
Happen to me, make it undone, 'cause my heart is breaking. What can I do? What can I?
So just my kind of initial thoughts here while putting these down. These are pretty nice. They're not super powdery. Do they meet the same standard as my Menagerie Cosmetics Pastel Pep? Not quite. They're not as pigmented, but these are only $10. And so far, I'm actually quite happy with the way that's looking. So I'm going to leave the pink there for now. And now we're going to go into this lime. Do I want to use the lime green? Actually, I think I'm going to use this green here. This is called Days. And we will put it down. Ooh, that one's very pigmented. That one is a lot more kick-uppy. I've got a lot more powder hanging out there and went all into everybody else. It's definitely softer pressed than the others that I have used so far. Holy cow. Wowzers. All right, I'm going to wipe my brush off again, and I'm going to pick up some more of that yellow because that green just took right over. Wow. And just kind of blend those together a little bit. This isn't the best brush for blending. I'll come back with a fluffier brush and do that. Okay, that one's very pigmented. Very, very good, that one. I'm going to pick up a new brush. I know, it's exciting. And I'm going to go into Daydream, which is this purple shade here. And we are going to put that here. This is my IT Cosmetics crease brush. And I'm just going to lay this down here.
Make it undone. What you did to me, what you did to me, what you did to me, what you did to me. I can't believe that anyone could make me feel this way. No, I can't believe I will.
That's pretty. Again, wiping that brush off, and then we are going to go into the shade Cloud Free, which is this blue shade here. This is another one that is quite soft, got quite a bit of kick up in the pan, and I don't know if you can see the dust flying off. In real life, I can see the dust like flying off my brush as well. It's quite dusty, but very pigmented, way more pigmented than the purple. Wowzers. Okay, now I want to kind of go in and blend things together. I think I want to beef this eye up a little bit though. I feel like the pinks, and it's just not quite as bright over here. So I'm just going to see if I can go in and intensify things a bit over here to kind of match the intensity on the other side.
Get away with this again. So don't you worry like that. You're not excuse, so come back. Heads underwater. Now don't you hurry like that. I'm ready for your attack. Heads underwater.
Okay, I think I like that. Now I do need to blend things a little bit. This side is a little more blended, and I think it's because these shadows I had to work a little bit more to kind of beef up. So I'm just going to take my Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush, and I'm just going to blend the edge here and see if I can kind of blow it out just a bit more on this side like it is on the other side. happy with that. This is very soft, very pretty, very easy to do, which I appreciate. For my lower lash line, I'm going to take a white pencil in my waterline. This is just, what shade is this? The shade Pure White from NYX. And I am just, well, it's kind of yellow right now. Let's see if I can unyellow it. Now I need to sharpen it now. I broke it. Okay. I'm just going to put that in my waterline and drag it down under my lash line as well.
What can I do? What can I say? Please make it undone. What you did to me, I don't know what to do. Will I ever love again? Make it
Okay, and now I'm just going to kind of blend that out with a little smudger brush. Actually, I think I'll use this little pencil brush here.
undone. 'Cause my heart is breaking. What can I do? What can I say? Please make it undone. What you did to me.
And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to kind of do an opposite on the lower lash line. So I've only got two shades I haven't used. I haven't used Serenity, which is this green right here, and Euphoria, which is this kind of, I don't know, it's a pinky purple kind of shade. So I'm going to do them opposite. I'm going to start with Serenity. I'm going to pick that up on a smudger brush. Serenity, again, is that green. And I'm going to put it here on my lower lash line. And I'm just kind of stamping it on so that it sticks to that white pencil.
What you did to me. What you did to me. What you did to me. I can't believe that anyone could be.
And then I'm going to use Euphoria on the other side.
No, I can't believe I will let you get away with this again. Don't you say it like that. You're not excuse, so come back. It's underwater. Now don't you hurt me like that.
Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Now for shimmers, because I do need some shimmers. I cannot live my life without shimmers. I am going to go into my Divina shadows here, and I'm going to need a little bit of NYX Glitter Primer. I'm going to put that on a fluffier brush today because I'm definitely not going for a cut crease or anything. I want this to be very diffused. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid and bring it up a bit here into my crease as well. Like I said, I want this to be very blown out, very diffused. I am going to start on this eye with the shade Pixie Sticks, and I'm just going to pick that up on my little pinky finger, and I'm going to pop that right over that orange, which was, what's the name of that shade? I can't remember. Golden Hour. That's what that's called. Golden Hour. I love these shadows. These are so beautiful. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with Runts on top of the pink. And last but not least, on this side, I'm going to go in with Kazookles. And then I'm going to want to blend all of those nicely together. So I'm just going to take this, what is this, Alexi 229 tapered blending brush, and we are just going to blend right along the top of that. Super simple, super, super easy today. And on this eye, we are going to do our glitter primer first. straight up like yellow in this one. So I'm going to pull in Zero Gravity. This is from Beauty Bar Baby. And I'm going to use that on top of the yellow. It's got a little bit more of a green shift, but I think on top of this yellow, it'll work out. Okay. It's a super, super pretty shadow. And then I'm going to go into Nerds. And I'm going to put that here. Those are very similar, aren't they, huh? Who knew? And then we will go in to Swudge, which looks like this. Do I want Swudge? Swudge has kind of a purple shift to it, doesn't it? Let's see. I changed my mind. We are going to go into Everlasting Gobstopper instead, which is the shade here. And then again, just taking this brush here from Luxie, we are just going to blend everything together. I have these shadows have gone everywhere here. Blend it all together. Okay, here's where I am so far. I do want to put an inner corner highlight on each eye. So what I think I'm going to do for that is I am going to go in with whichever one I used on the first color on each eye. So starting here, we're going to go back into Pixie Sticks. And we are just going to place that here in the inner corner. And then we are going to go back into Zero Gravity on this side. And then I want to put a little bit under the eye as well. Since I have the green going on here, I'm going to go back into Nerds. I feel like Nerds worked out really well on the other side. And just put a little bit here just underneath. And then on this side, we are going to use Kazookles. Okay, that's where I am so far. I'm going to go add some liner, some lipstick, and then I will be back. Oh, and some mascara. I'll be back to show you the final thing. Okay, so here is the final look. So for my liner today, I use these two from Beauty Bar Babies. What are these called? The Unicorn Candy Liners. This one is called Sour Lollipop, and this one is called Marshmallow Bits. And I just kind of used whatever color I used on my lower lash line to kind of tie everything together. So that's that. My lips are, what is this? Urban Decay Back Talk, which is kind of like my perfect nude. It's the exact same shade as my actual lips, and I just popped a little bit of Fenty Gloss Bomb in Diamond. What is it called? Diamond something. What is this called? Diamond Milk. Just on the top. So yeah, this is the final look today. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I thought these shadows were really easy to work with, and for 10 bucks, holy cow. I mean, it is coming from Beauty Bay in, the UK, so you do, need to account for shipping and all of that. But I think shipping was like $5 or something. I don't know, and I picked up the other palette too, so it wasn't bad. It did take a little while to get here. They did, take that trip to Sacramento and had a little bit of a sightseeing tour. But other than that, yeah, I'm actually very happy with this for 10 bucks. I'm in, and of course my Divina shadows are always delightful and always look beautiful. So yeah, I guess that's everything for today's video. This is hopefully going to be a short one. Do I recommend this palette? So far, yes, I have used every single shade. They laid down beautifully. The blues and the, I guess they're both kind of these blue shades here. This shade here and this shade here, super, super pigmented. Those ones, full pigment right off the bat. The others you need to work up a little bit, but it's not a big deal. It's a pastel palette after all. So yeah, that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed today's look. It's much simpler than the ones I've been doing lately, so it's kind of nice to do that sometimes. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. While you're there, go ahead and hit subscribe. Next to subscribe is that little bell. If you ring that bell, you will be notified of all my uploads. And if you'd like to see more of me, I'm on Instagram. You can see this look and many others over there, and my Instagram handle is at @seemybliss_beauty, and I hope to see you guys there, and I hope to see you guys next time in my next video. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you guys later. Bye.